Hey, what's up, guys? Good night. How you all doing? What's going on? Welcome to Plant a Garden TV. Welcome to our late night chat. How you all doing tonight? What's going on? Yes. Well, this is February, guys, and in this time, usually I'm think this year I'm behind time with my brassica. Usually I already sow my brassica them already because I love to plant my brassica them like in February. And if you notice, they're still small, so I just got to keep on doing what I'm doing and get them going. So in this container we have lettuce, we have broccoli, we have cabbage, and I think we have cauliflower in this container right here, and they're doing wonderful. We also have bell pepper, and our bell pepper them is germinating so beautiful. It's not too early, guys. It's surely not too early to start germinating seed. It's not too early. Some people might say, why you don't wait until maybe March? Nah, that's too late for me. When you're talking about pepper and brassica, that's too late, because brassica, if we notice, our brassica, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, collard greens, all these type of brassica really prefer cold weather. If the colder weather, the spring, they strive really well in the colder weather. When the summer comes on, we notice what starts happening. They don't produce as much leaf. Then we realize our broccoli start bolting. We realize they start bolting and start pushing flowers. Our kale that produce so well start barely pushing out any leaf in the summer. So you don't want to wait too late to start your brassica seed. I think I should have start long time, but little delay. But guess what? I'm still doing it. That's the good thing. So you have brassica. Please make sure you start them early. If you ain't start them as yet, please get busy. Start them now. Don't wait till it's too late. So right now, there's a lot of things there's in this garden. See, is this garden. When we're dealing with seedlings, we make so much mistakes sometimes. Sometimes we make so much mistake, especially for the new gardeners who never did seedling before. I just wanna give you guys an idea, because I don't want you to give up, because you might set some seedlings and you realize they didn't germinate, and that could be a problem. There's something that a lot of us do. We don't drainage. Drainage for our container. This is an old container, guys. I buy a food chain too, and I still have it. Take care of your containers them, that you could always have container. Don't throw them away. All you gotta do is clean them up and ready for the next season. So the drainage, guys, if you notice, drainage is very important in any container garden. Drainage is very important. So the seedlings, drainage is very important. And sometimes what a lot of us do, man, I think that I now put some soil in this container. So what a lot of people do that really create a problem with seedlings. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to sow the seed, right? I'm sowing seed in the container, and then now, this is just a demonstration, guys. Then now, I'm going to cover the seedling. So now we sow the seed and we cover the seedlings, right? This is a mistake a lot of people make. Now, the container have no drainage. There's no drainage in the container, and they already sow the seed, and they already wet, they already cover the seed. Now what they do, they take water and they pour the water in the container, and now the container looking like this. Oh man. You see, you could naturally see water inside it floating. That's not good. You see what I'm saying? This water that's floating, let me see, you could see right, you see it right. This water that's floating in the container gonna damage the seed. They would not survive. They will basically drown it. We call it drown it. The water gonna drown the seedlings. So you cannot make these mistakes. You cannot make these mistakes, and this is where drainage comes in. So say for instance, you decide to soak your soil really well on the first day. The water cannot be inside, just settling inside there. The drainage is what the water gonna come down and drain itself out. That is very important. So setting seedlings without a drainage, that's a problem. That's a problem, because now the seed wouldn't go anywhere. The seed will, you're going to lose all the seed in that water. You're going to lose all the seed. So what I'm saying, guys, be mindful of that. Now, even though you have drainage, when I sow my seed, I try to create at least 4 inches of soil. That's what I do. I create at least 4 inches of soil, and I might wet them once a week, maybe once a week. Because I'm telling you guys, a lot of people make this mistake, wetting the plants too much, and then when they realize no, notice their plants start almost like snapping in two. They bend over and snap in two. Sometimes the fungus, sometimes you could see the fungus growing in the soil. Remember, if we see the fungus outside, we feel good. But if we see the fungus inside where the sun is not shining, that becomes like a problem for us, because now we're going to realize we start losing our seedlings because it's too damp. It's too damp. And from my experience, if you only water these seedlings once a week, they thrive better. They thrive way better. They're just growing nice. Now, if you notice here, you're going to see these seedlings here, and if you notice, they grow up very tall and fast. Very tall and fast. Why they grow up so fast? When they germinate, I didn't put them in by a place that they could get sunlight. So what happened? They start growing up. But now, I put them by the window, they start to stand up. You could see they start to get strong. You could see they start to push out even more leaves. Right behind here, there's a bunch of bell pepper now grow up. Behind here, there's lettuce now grow up, and these are growing fine. These ain't grow up tall and long like these. But how can you rectify these? Now, a lot of people might say, you know what? I'm just going to take these out and sow them over. But then guess what? No need to do that. No need to do that. What you do, you just hold them up like this. It's like how this they down. You hold it up and you add soil like a bank, like you're building up a bank. You're building up a bank, and then the soil gonna balance them. And when you do that, what's gonna happen? They're gonna start to generate more roots. So when they generate more roots, then you can see they start to get thicker and stronger. So once you see your seedlings is leggy, that doesn't mean you got to throw them away. That just means they need more sunlight, maybe more heat. So putting them by a window, a sunny window, will work really well for you. All right, so seedlings, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be very challenging. But if I can do it, I'm sure you can do it too. If I can do it, I'm sure you can do it too. This, now for instance, I have a bunch of lettuce, cauliflower, broccoli. Once I take care of these, I'm going to be able to have a nice brassica garden growing for the spring. Then after the spring, breaking into the summer, these start to slow down. What I'll do, I'll start to plant other things between them because these start slowing down already. So I love to grow my brassica early winter, start them in the winter. So by the time the spring comes, my collard greens already pushing out leaf, my broccoli already start producing, my kale already start pushing out leaf. So all that gonna give me an early spring harvest. Then when the weather start changing now, then you start transplanting your pepper, your squash, your pumpkin, start sowing okra seed, all these type of things because the weather start changing. But guys, I'm going to tell you this again. Start your seedlings early in case they didn't turn out well. You have more time to start some again. Very important, guys. You see me, I've been doing this forever, but still, I start early. We in February, we heading for February now. March, April. Yeah, I think you should be start sowing your pepper seed now. That's my opinion. You see these are beautiful, fresh pepper seed. I sow some right here. And if you see how they germinate nice. Thick and beautiful. Now is the time. Like I say, guys, you don't need $1,000 setup to germinate some seed. You don't need that. All you need is to make sure that you're able to keep these things growing, keep them alive until you transplant them outside. If you have a big window, it can work. If you have your garage, just make sure the garage have warm temperature. It will work. If you have money like that and you want to go out and spend $500-600 to set up something, then go ahead. But on this channel, we try to do things simple and effective at the same time. Simple, keeping us from spending a bunch of money, but effective, a productive garden at the same time. So our goal is working on our soil. This is our goal. The first thing we do in the fall, we start working on our soil. We start maintaining our soil. We start getting our soil together. Start preparing our soil. The second thing we do, we start with our seedlings. Then the third thing we do is start transplanting. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. If you like our videos, you can check out our channel. Our channel is focused on living a self-sustained lifestyle without spending a bunch of money on things you don't really have to have. You don't need a container cost $50 for grow some fruits. Not fruits, some vegetables, some herbs. This is a few years old and it's still working today. You don't throw them away. You buy your fruit trees, you have container, you save them. You buy some herbs, you have container, you save them. Because they're going to come in useful one day. That's my goal and that's my intention, not to spend a bunch of money at all. You see, this is my seedlings here. You see right here? This is peppers coming up right here. You see how they thick? I don't do the one in container stuff. I just draw lines and just sow seed. I cannot do one seed in a container. So this is it right here, guys. Always remember, patience and dedication. You cannot just sow seedlings and expect them to just grow, germinate, and just grow. They need care, and you have to be able to give them that care. Remember, you have to create a system for them to survive because you're doing it indoors. If you outdoors, it's a whole different ball game. You could just sow them in the soil and nature will do its course. If you're inside, you have to create an atmosphere that they can survive. All right? They're not going to survive without your care once you have them indoors. Even outdoors, you still have to create an environment for them. The soil, you have to create that. So plants can just grow wild, but guess what? Notice, without care in your garden, you're not going to get the success you need. So please take my advice. Start from your seed, your soil, then your seedlings. When you plant them, you make sure you take care of them. The more you take care of them, the more success you're going to get from your plants. All right? So thank you guys tonight again. Appreciate each and everyone for coming through. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. Peace and love. Hey, K-Structor, how you doing? Wait, hold on. Yes, how you doing? Blessings, blessing. That's right. That's right. If you take, K-Structor said, if you take care of your seedling, it will give back to you by providing. That's right, that's right. That's right. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight again. Blessings to you. Yes, guys. So as we say, guys, we try to go live, but we go live late at night. Sometimes we do it from our garden. Sometimes we do it early, but we don't have a special time when we go live. But our goal is to motivate others. If you have never started seedling before, we can guide you live. We can guide you live. You don't need $1,000 setup to germinate some seed. All right? So thank you, guys. Thank you, K-Structor. Blessing to you. How it's going, brother? I hope you have a great night. Yes, yes, yes. Good to see you too, man. Hey, Bill, Doodle, how you doing? Blessings, guys, blessings. Oh man, I even know you guys up inside here. Good to see you all. Blessings, blessings. All right. So since we have 4 people up in here, maybe I might just continue for a few more minutes. Yes, guys, but yeah, guys, like I keep saying, I also seed 1 in a cup. I have a container and I take my finger or a piece of stick and I pull some line and I just pull a lot of line and sow my seed. So the whole container gonna be full with seeds. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes. So yes, guys, here you will learn how to grow a successful garden. And at the same time, we're not telling you how much you got to spend. We actually telling you, use what you have and be successful. All right? So thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace and love. Good night.